Hey, thank you for clicking play. Oh, I stuttered there a bit. Haven't been drinking anything at all. It's not even 2 o'clock today, so yeah, just water for me. I know some of you are waiting for part 2 of me munting a keyboard on my Amiga 500. That is coming. I'm still working on editing the second part. So 40 odd minutes of footage left to go through after a first sweep, and I want that really down to about 15. So that's what I'm aiming for there. So this is an interim video in between because some stuff has happened this week, which is quite amazing. Okay, look, 2 things I never wanted to do. 3 things I never wanted to do. One was, and I know Dave from Dave Plays Retro Games Badly will be going, I told you. One is I didn't want to collect stuff that I didn't own before. I really wanted to just recollect memories. I didn't want to get into games collecting. That's number 1. Number 2 is I didn't really want to do pickup videos other than, you know, unboxing the Batman pack. Didn't really want to do pickup videos. And number 3, what have I done? That and that. And number 3 was I never really wanted to buy something for the channel. I wanted to just do videos of stuff that I'd bought. Okay, so what we're going to do today is a bit of an unboxing video of some stuff I've collected that is nothing to do with stuff I had in the past. There's reasons why. And also something that, while I didn't really buy it specifically for the channel, I wanted something like this anyway. In the back of my mind was, well, that could lead into some good videos. So all 3 rules of my own broken. Let's get on to it because there's a lot to get through. First and foremost, what do you think? What do you think of my new setup? So what I've got is these risers from Officeworks, not affiliated, not a sponsored video, but they're like $30, so about £15. And the reason why I thought, hey, that's going to be perfect after measuring carefully is because the Amiga can slot under here. This makes this area a lot cleaner, and I can still get to the floppy drive from the side there. So that slots under there. I actually get some desk space back. That keyboard and mouse goes to the Pentium 4 in the bottom corner there. And my Acer, which is a machine I use for doing the editing and stuff, and my general PC, that is gone down into the cupboard that is part of this desk setup. So this is a lot more livable now, which I'm really happy about. And I've pulled out some other things that I might do some behind the scenes videos of how I've changed some stuff going forward. So that's exciting. That's part of that. Now, okay, into what we're talking about today. And first of all, I have to thank, so Matt M. So this is the same guy that I got the 512K expansion pack for my Amiga from. Again, chatting on the forum, the Amiga group. I mean, obviously a lot of us are into more than just Amigas. Talking about sound cards, and he said, I've got a couple of sound cards if you want one. And I was specifically after a PCI sound card so that when I come to building a retro gaming desktop, I had something to slot in. And so he gave me, for nothing, this, I think it's a Sound Blaster Live card. Something special about having the joystick port, remember those? First sound card I ever installed was in my 386DX66. That was obviously an ISA card, but obviously going forward, had to do similar things to the later machines, PCIs. I can't get that back in the bag. That's going on the bag, on the floor. Okay, so that's that. Anyway, then Matt M said to me, so what machine are you putting it in? I said, no, I haven't got a machine yet. I just like to grab these things when they're available so that when I get the machine, then I'm ready to go. And he said, well, I've got a couple of machines. So what he ended up selling me, and there will be a separate video on this, which I've already started filming. He sold me for $50, so about £25. $50. Are you ready? Oh, hello. What have we got here? Oh. I've put the DVD drive in it, even though that's not period correct. He did put a CD drive in it, but that didn't work. I'm trying to get Windows 98 on it, but I've got some issues with, I think, the hard drive. So, you know, this is good. This is what it's all about, is all these troubleshooting and stuff. We have an Aptiva, an IBM branded Aptiva, designed for Windows 98, running an AMD K62, and it's got about 62 or 64 meg of RAM in it, which is quite beefy for the time, and that's on a single stick. So I'm really excited about that and what I can do with that going forwards. That's good stuff. Bear with me one second. and I fixed the bleaching that was happening here from the curtain. So there we go. Okay. So that's that. We've got quite a few other things to get through because you suddenly start conversations with people starting online. No, wait, I've got to pause again. So the next thank you, and I did have to quickly check his name because you meet a lot of people. Again, from the Perf Amiga users group, a guy called Mike, and he said, hey, I've got a copy of Doom 2 if you want it. You know, once we started talking about PCs and retro, I'm like, are you serious? Do you want anything for it? No, you can have it for free. So I popped up Mike's place today and he's given me Doom 2, which, you know, we're not sure if it's the shareware like episode 1 or if it's all the episodes, but time will tell. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And we're also not sure if it's a genuine or what we call over here a barley copy, which I'll unpack that term a little bit more as we go through today. Just because of the print style on the disc, but if it's a shareware version, then that could be quite possible that it's got this sort of inkjet onto the disc surface because they would have produced those at as low a cost as possible. So the weird thing is usually there'll be instructions here, but the quality of the print here looks legit. So interesting. And he also gave me, obviously that's not a legit cover, but inside that is a legit copy of Descent 2. So that'd be great. My original copy of Doom 2 was a pirate copy anyway, on a 486 SX. So no problems with that. And Descent, as I was saying to Mike, Descent and Descent 2 was sort of the go-to demo in SCOM, funnily enough, in the UK when demonstrating 486DX 66s and also the early Pentiums. They would generally run Descent. So another conversation out at coffee with some friends, because we're allowed to do that over here at the moment. And you're talking about what you're into. This is a guy I know from the car scene and whatever, and also from other areas. Really good friend. Mentioned I'm you know, reliving my past in terms of the computer systems and stuff. And he goes, I've got a copy of, I think it was Apache or something. And I'm thinking it's either Gunship or Gunship 2000. I hope it's Gunship 2000. He goes, yeah, you're welcome to it. So after the coffee meet, we went back to his place and he went through everything. Did we find Gunship 2000? Did we find anything related to an Apache? Let's find out as we go through everything Tim gave me. And let me just show you. It's everything in this bag. And there's a little box there as well. Okay, so let's go through these as quickly as possible. So I'm not going to talk about each game. Most of these I haven't played. So there we go. What have we got? First and foremost, we've got Battleground Europe. Boxed, complete. I'll just put these here because I don't want to do a Dave from Retro Games because I don't want to copy you, but it's a pickup video. I'm sorry, I said I'd never do these. V8 Supercars, so I'll do a thing about that. I did play that on Xbox, the original Xbox. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I did play Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, but again, that was on Xbox or PlayStation 3, maybe. Can't remember exactly what. I was more into the Underground series, Underground 2. I'm just grabbing these at random. I'm trying to get through these fast for you guys today, but there's a lot. What do we got? Zoo Tycoon. Now these budget cases in a store called Harvey Norman over here, you got a lot of those just sitting in the bargain bin, and boy do I wish I used to just pick them up. I didn't. That is clearly what we call a barley copy. Why do we call these barley copies? You can tell by the quality of the print and everything. And again, we got that dodgy and that sort of blurred print on there. But that is Battlefield Bad Company 2, okay? Why do we call these barley copies? Because in Bali, which is part of Indonesia, which is that's basically the Australian, especially the West Australians, Ibiza, okay? So it's a cheap holiday. A lot of people go there for a good time. Not the drugs of Ibiza, because they're very hard on drugs, literally death penalty and all of that kind of stuff. But their copyright laws are completely different. Same as Thailand. If you've ever been to Thailand, you'll go into shops, like legit retail stores, and they will have copy after copy after copy of pirated discs because that's how they do business over there. So obviously that's not a legit copy of that. That is what we call a barley copy. These look legit low. We got Myst 3 boxed, well, as in, you know, the slim DVD case. These are all PC games. These are all PC games. There's no thing. Admiral Sea Battles. What else we got? Screamer. Now, I never played the original Screamer, but me and my wife loved Screamer 2, so I will have to get hold of a big box version of Screamer 2 at some point, but that's fantastic to have the original. Ooh. Oh, I thought this was something, but yeah. So this is Monaco Grand Prix Racing Simulation 2. The reason why I went ooh is because one of the things we found at Tim's house was the manual to Microprose Grand Prix 3. But we couldn't find the box and we couldn't find the discs. So he's going to keep looking for stuff because he swears some of it must still be lying around somewhere. Another Barley copy, Bloodstone 007. Never heard of it, never played with it. Clearly it was worth pirating. Need for Speed Underground. Now, like I said, loved Underground 2. Never played Need for Speed Underground 1, so that'll be an interesting one to get back into. Need for Speed Underground 2 is what got me really into, I mean, I've always been into cars, but I had in Need for Speed Underground 2 a black 240SX done up like my real life 180SX, and yeah, real life and gaming blurred in some bad ways. So there we go. Right, let's really motor through these if we can. Roller Coaster Tycoon, budget box, legit copy. Age of Empires, legit copy. Oh, that's a Rise of Rome expansion. There we go. Is saying legit copy, is that an oxymoron? Missing in Action, budget release. Right. And I'm so grateful to Tim for all of these. Toy Story 2, that is not even a Barley copy, that's just a home burn. So that's gonna go in the not so legit pile. Movies demo disc, I don't know what we do with that. Okay, what we got here? V-Rally 2, which I think is one of the games I got off GOG as well, or maybe Steam, can't remember. But that's a legit copy, just doesn't have the box, so that can go up there. Oh no, that'll go there. There we go. Rally Trophy. Sports Car GT, another home burn. Where did I put home burns? They go in that pile. And then we got an envelope here. Glad I didn't pull that up because you've got somebody's address. I'm gonna have to go back through this footage, make sure I didn't. So this is, oh, here we go. Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun. That's that. Oh, there's a serial number on the back of one of these. Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun, another disc there. Lots of discs for this. And also Theme Park World. That's all there as well. There's a there. Right, okay, what we're getting into next. What we're getting into now is these are all legit copies. Well, for the most part. But some of you are going to balk and go, what the heck's happened there? Look, keep in mind, people didn't know this stuff would be worth anything at some point. And so what Tim did was he cut some of the boxes down to save space and kept the front and back and the disc and the manual. So that's what the packs are that I'm going to flash up here. They're all legit. They're just cut down boxes. Okay. Ooh, that's got a bit funky. Yeah. But, so what do we got? We got Microprose Air War. There's a heap of these. We've got Need for Speed 2. Oh, there's a good one here. We got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3. We've got, this is what made me smile, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Never owned this back in the day. Did want it. Can you play this multiplayer, I think, or at least you could? Can't remember. And I did play it at a friend's house briefly, so that's a good one to have. Where are we going? We're going to go there. These are all just going to get piled up now. Oh, so that's the box to V8 Supercars. Riven, sequel to Mists. And that's got, what's that got in there? Oh yeah, that's the box. So look, they've all got the inner boxes and stuff. That looks like a different style box. So maybe he did some printing of boxes. No, because that's the original card. Don't know. Right, what else we got? Jetliner. Oh, that's an add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator, I believe. Fly to Hawaii. I did have Microsoft Flight Simulator. Forget which versions though. I had a couple. Rally Pro 2001. And Microsoft Flight Simulator for Windows 95. I think that's the one I had that I thought I'd held on to, but when I go through my CD spindles, I can't find it, so I did get rid of it. Okay, just what's in the cardboard box to go next, and these are, so it's a small cardboard box. So we've got 5 more games to go, nearly there. So these are all legit games. Battle of Britain, a budget release. Look at this pile, Dave. Oh, okay. Trains, Trucks and Tycoons. Trains and Trucks Tycoon, sorry. So a bit like Rail Tycoon. Oh, that's an expansion pack. So Battlefield Special Forces. And so what's that? Okay, so that's Battlefield 2. So that's all there as well. And look, just to give you an indication, I wasn't going to do it for all of them. Got the disc, got the book, it's all there. PC, DVD, so we're getting into DVDs there. And so a lot of these, as you can see, are Windows 95, Windows 98 era, some into the XP era, which is good, because with the machine that I just got from Matt M, that really fits in with, I've got the XP machine, I'll have a Windows 98 machine once I've got that running, and we're off and ready. So the last game, did we find Gunship 2000? Did we find anything with Apache on it? No. But what we did find is F-22. Now again, never actually played this, but I loved flight sims. Hence why I've got F-19 already in my Amiga collection, which is a game I loved. Absolutely loved flight sims on the Amiga, and that's why I got into PCs, because I knew you got better and better flight sims on the PC. Stuff like TFX was coming out at that point, and all of that kind of thing. And so it's one of the main reasons I jumped. Oddly enough, Doom came out and I kind of stopped playing flight sims, and I should have stuck with it. I mean, I did play a few, but not like I used to on the Amiga. I used to just live and breathe them on the Amiga and go through the campaigns and everything. So look at that, F-22. This is fantastic. What I love about this, look, 3DFX logo on the side. That's something we haven't seen in a long time. This is the era I am into. I assume this is DOS. I need my glasses. I can't read the system requirements, but I'm going to guess it would be DOS or Windows 95. Can't see another logo. Oh no, for Windows 95 only. Okay, so there we go. PC CD-ROM. Let's have a look. I mean, the graphics look sweet as anything. This looks like worth a go, absolutely. And if I open it up, there is a slight tear in one corner of the box, but other than that, it looks all good. What have we got? Let's put that down. Oh no, there's no address. But we got the disc. I don't think we checked that the disc is in there. Yes, the disc is in there. So there we go. That's all there. Original receipt. And I've got the manual. And this was what's so special. As I was saying to Tim, I passed a GCSE theory of flight exam as part of our physics units. Nothing to do with the teacher. It was all to do with the fact that I used to read this kind of stuff cover to cover. I lived and breathed it. I absolutely loved it. So that is all there, especially these sections. I used to get my model aircraft out and relive these maneuvers over my bed, basically, using that as a terrain to just get that sort of thing in the head. I wanted to go into the Air Force actually, but to be honest, not smart enough. It's true. And I get hay fever as well. So I did go for an interview. As soon as they saw me put hay fever down, look, this has got everything. So I'm pulling it out and not showing you. Allies and Adversaries book in there as well, and the pamphlets that go with it as well. I was seeing if there's a keyboard layout, but it doesn't. It looks like it's just an instruction book. That's the key guide there. Yeah, that's all your key controls in there. So that's fantastic. I actually love this stuff. Yeah, and that's how I did so well in that flight exam. It was just oh yeah, but the interview with the Air Force, it was, yeah, as soon as they saw hay fever, no, sorry, you can't be a pilot. And I wasn't interested in doing anything else. Seriously, wasn't. Just, you know, put me in a plane and point me in the right direction. Have done a couple of, you know, flights and stuff, but no, stories to bore you with another time, because that's 20 minutes, 22 seconds. And so that's it. I'll stop right there. Thank you so much for watching. What have I done? What has begun? Oops. But this was all free. This was all free. The only thing I've paid for in this lot, the stands, which aren't really part of the pickup video, and the PC. Everything else is free. That's fantastic. All right, thanks guys.